Welcome back to the Bench Riders podcast where we ride that bench, baby. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Bucky.
Welcome back to another episode.
We missed you guys. Did you miss us?
I missed you.
I missed you so much. I feel like I haven't seen you.
It's been a whole 3 days.
It's been a whole 3 days.
It's been a horrible 3 days.
And I missed you so much.
I missed you so much. I'm so happy to be here today.
You know what we should do?
What?
I want to ask you, how are you?
Oh, you're so kind.
This is my favorite question of the day.
Nobody asks me that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
No, we can't say okay 2 weeks in a row. It has to change.
Things haven't changed. I'm okay. I'm okay because I learned this weekend that my dad wants grandkids.
Oh, no, Larry.
And so I'm just okay because
we were doing the math.
We're doing the math. I love that he wants grandkids. Thank you for wanting more of me.
Thank you.
Also, Dad, chill out.
Right.
I'm 25. But when you put it into perspective with math, like you want your parents to be young grandparents, right?
Yeah.
Young-ish. And my dad, hi Dad, just turned 60.
Dude, your parents are young though.
I know, that is young.
Like, so if you're freaking out, I'm freaking the fuck out. Like, I gotta get it going,
yeah,
baby.
your parents are what, like 65?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 years on,
Let's get it going.
It's like I'm 30 right now and you're 25.
That's exactly how I feel.
Oh my gosh.
You are 12 days older. You know what we should do?
What?
Let's say this into the camera and we can clip it and we can find suitors out in the social media world. We can say
like sperm donors or like actual suitors?
Well, I guess we can make 2 clips. We can make one for the sperm donor, one for like a potential partner. I don't want to do that.
I'm scared about what's on the interwebs. I don't want to do that. But you know what I do want to do?
What?
I want to read mean comments from men to get us going today because I feel like that'll like set the mood.
Let's bring it back. We did it once. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
So last week I posted a video on 680 The Fan of myself talking about Taylor and Travis because we're trying to incorporate Shorts on Sports into 680 and make me more legit.
She's just on and popping everywhere you go.
So I made my debut on 680 Instagram, and the men had a problem with
I had
that.
a severe problem. And we did a little TikTok of like some of these comments, but if you didn't see it, I'm going to read a couple of the comments that she got on the first video she posted.
Please, and will you do it in the tone of man?
The tone of men. And it's actually funny because one lady did comment, and her comment was so ladylike. So
ladylike.
Bitchy ladylike. But
Yeah.
she said, who cares? And she got 5 likes, which was the most. No, just kidding. That wasn't the most amount of likes.
I'm
But
scared of the most amount of likes.
let's see.
Well, to preface, this video is my conspiracy of Taylor and Travis being a PR stunt. So Karen over there doesn't care. We got that.
Yeah. Okay, this is the name of one of the guys that commented. His username is dasboot88. And it says, I honestly don't care about him or Taylor Swift. Just play football.
Which is the most man thing for any man to ever say.
Oh, this is a new one that I didn't read on the TikTok. It's not that, I mean, it's a little. Why the F do you even care? She doesn't even know you. Leave these people alone.
Oh my God.
Like he's like
I'm
her
the
security.
only person talking about Taylor and Travis.
Why the F do you care?
So thank you to the men.
Thank you, men.
Actually, no, get out of our podcast. This is for the girls only.
For the gals.
Okay. Well, speaking of for the girls, shall we just get right into
Yes.
it?
I'm so excited for this tea today.
Okay. So it's been a week since we talked about Taylor and Travis.
Of
and
course.
a lot has transpired.
Yes.
So we need to talk about all of it.
Yeah.
Most recently, she went to the game last night.
She did.
Her second game.
And I called Amanda because I was like, I don't know about you, but I was like 50-50 that she was going to be there. More so on the end of like, no, there's no way.
Yeah.
And she pops up on the screen and I literally call Amanda. I'm like, no fucking way, dude.
Not only did she pop up on the screen, did you see the entire intro package of the game?
No, I didn't. I missed that.
Before the game even started, I will show it to you later. They did this whole, like, it was Carson Daly, the host of The Voice. He did this whole intro making 9 to 10 different Taylor Swift puns as they led into the game with Welcome to New York playing in the background, okay? They open, before they show any player, any fan, anyone on the field, they show Taylor Swift in her red lipstick in the box again.
Wow.
It was a completely Taylor Swift themed intro package, and I'm just saying, NFL, this is...
By the NFL?
Yes!
Oh, wow, I did not see that.
It's too much. It's too much Taylor. I get that she's dating Travis Kelce, maybe. But, like, we're getting too much Taylor. And not only that, okay, since we're talking about last night's game, I wrote down some stats. Okay. Last night's game.
Yeah.
17 cutaways to Taylor Swift throughout the game. 17?
I did feel like we were flashing to the booth a lot. I did feel that way watching.
17 times they cut away to her face. Now, granted, she was also with Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Sabrina Carpenter.
The guy from Queer Eye.
Yes.
Anthony.
Yes.
Yes.
It was a star-studded event, okay?
Yeah.
We were in New York City. The stars were out to play, and they were all in Taylor Swift's box. But regardless, 17 times is, like, uncanny.
Yeah.
Not only that, this is what really... Okay, let me backtrack a second because I want to make this clippable for social media.
Okay.
I want to preface with, I really hope that they're dating for real because I do think that they would be very cute and they make a lot of sense. That being said, I still think it's a PR stunt, and here's why. Not only did they cut away to Taylor 17 times throughout the game, they showed a commercial for her Eras Tour movie 2 times.
I saw one of the 2 times.
As a commercial.
Yeah.
What are you doing? We already know that it's coming out. Mm-hmm. We know
on
that.
the 13th, by the way.
On the 13th. We know it's coming out. We know the tour is going on. The NFL has never been one to cater to the Swifties until Taylor Swift entered the chat with Travis Kelce.
Yeah, something... I don't know. It does seem, I agree with you. It's definitely weird, like the coincidences and how much they're really playing into it makes it a little bit more like almost forced.
Yeah.
But I saw a clip on TikTok today of, I think it was like when they were introducing all the players or something, and Blake Lively was standing right next to Taylor Swift, and they like called out Travis Kelce. You know, like when you're like with your friend and you're excited you see a cute boy, or like someone recognizes you and you like do the little like shoulder tap or like the little like, and you get all excited. She did that, and like if it were a PR stunt, I think it is a PR stunt, but I think there are genuine like
feelings there,
like Travis, like because he's Travis Kelce, and she's Taylor Swift, and who wouldn't get excited to be together?
Honestly, both things could be true. It could be a PR stunt at first, and then they found love throughout it.
Yeah.
There's just so many things that are like playing into this. Like the NFL changed their Instagram bio to Chiefs are 2-0 as Swifties. They've changed it back since, but they literally changed their Instagram bio to reference Taylor Swift.
The Kansas City Chiefs put Swifties in their bio?
No, the NFL did.
Oh my gosh.
And if you go to the NFL Twitter, Taylor Swift watching the game is their header photo. Like they're very much playing into this, and it's, I don't know if they're just that excited about it or if they're just like hitting the marks that they need to hit for this campaign, because they're really doing it in. But okay, this also came out on last night's game. So last week's game, I don't think we talked about this last episode, drew in 24.3 million viewers, okay, which was 5 million more than the top game of the week, which was supposed to be the Patriots game.
Oh, dang.
Last night, Catherine,
ready,
27 million people watched the football game, the Chiefs versus the Jets, which is the most watched Sunday show since the Super Bowl.
You're kidding.
No.
Okay, that's insane. That's pretty crazy.
And that's called the Taylor Swift effect. That is what's happening here.
It's kind of like, I get it. Don't get me wrong. I do support Taylor Swift, but she's so big. It's almost like it's unfathomable.
It's kind of hard to grasp
how big she is.
It's hard to grasp. And Travis Kelce is, whether it's love or it's not, he's banking off of this relationship.
Heck yeah.
His podcast is now #1. He added over 700,000 followers last week on Instagram.
Dude.
There's been a 63% jump in female viewers of NFL between 18 and 49.
Boyfriends around the globe are loving this, though.
Loving it.
Yes. My girlfriend will actually watch this game with me.
They're loving that, but they're hating the trend where girls are asking how they feel that Taylor Swift has put Travis Kelce on the map.
Yes, I've been seeing that.
But I also saw a reverse one where it was the boyfriend asking, how do you feel that Travis Kelce has made Taylor Swift so popular? Okay, so there's more on this story. We have to just keep talking about it because there's just so much to cover. So besides all the crazy stats, Travis's ex, which I wanted to note, I think we were like way ahead of the game on this, doing Travis Kelce as a dating history breakdown like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
People should have been listening 3 weeks ago because we had it covered before it even started.
Down. And he doesn't have a lot of history there, to be honest.
No.
But it's interesting history.
Well, the history is speaking out. The history is not... Someone needs to do a wellness check.
This is dirty.
On Travis's exes, because imagine being Travis's ex and this is now happening to you.
No, I'd be unwell.
No.
Severely unwell.
Unwell.
Yeah.
And they are acting unwell. So first of all, his ex-girlfriend from the show Catching Kelce, Maya Brenberry, talked to Inside Edition.
Which, first off, so embarrassing because I saw clips of this interview. I'm going to preface this before you even get into the interview. It's just, it makes me sad for her, honestly. But tell them what she said.
This was a bad look. She shouldn't have done it. But she talked to Inside Edition and told them that basically one's a cheater, always a cheater, and he's an unfaithful man. So watch out, Taylor Swift. Which... He's an idiot, maybe, but he's not stupid. He's not going to cheat on Taylor Swift, of all people.
Right.
No, but nobody's stupid enough to cheat on Taylor Swift anymore.
No.
Anymore. We've learned our lesson out here. So she went on TV to warn Taylor Swift of his cheating ways. Which just screams scorned ex-girlfriend.
Absolutely it does.
The other ex-girlfriend... She's kept her mouth shut. However, this came out today that she has since Saturday, when Taylor Swift went out to dinner with Brittany Mahomes and other wags of the Chiefs, which, by the way, was like super cute, actually, that they're all like hanging out and being like,
that is super cute that she's going
together.
Yeah.
But, anyways, his other ex, Kayla Nicole, who he was on and off with for like 5 years, unfollowed Brittany Mahomes today on Instagram after being a bridesmaid in her wedding in 2022.
Oh my God.
That one hurts deep.
Ooh, that one really cuts.
I know.
You know that's like for real. Because if she's not saying anything, but we're checking the unfollowing.
Yeah.
And she was a bridesmaid.
She was a bridesmaid.
Ooh,
So what do you think
she's
happened?
scorned.
Like, do you think she just saw all this? She saw Brittany and Taylor go to dinner and she hit unfollow? But because I think if they were bridesmaids, or if she was a bridesmaid in her wedding, they have the rapport to be like, hey girl, it hurts my feelings that X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, you would think. Maybe there would have been a conversation.
Do you think there was? Or do you think she was just like, I'm not doing this, unfollow?
I think maybe I'm thinking in my head, if you're the ex-girlfriend, I would not be able to stand seeing any sort of anything involving anyone.
Yeah.
So like I would need to unfollow Travis Kelce and any collateral damage that goes with him. So like Patrick and Brittany and anyone, because I don't want to see anything on my timeline.
Right, and I agree, but like put it with you and me, okay?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't unfollow you. That's why I'm like, this is like...
But that's what she did. She was a bridesmaid.
Yeah.
So like, do you think that she like reached out, or do you think she just like cut the cord and like, I can't even talk about this or talk to you about this? Because I would think if they were friends, like me and you are friends, and this happened,
I would think
and you
they
went
would
out
talk.
to dinner with Taylor Swift, I would at least text you and be
ask
like,
for an autograph.
hey girl, autograph first.
Yeah.
Second, what the fuck? Like,
right.
Can you explain yourself? Like, give you a chance to apologize, I guess, if it hurt my feelings. And then if you like stood your ground and like didn't apologize, then I'd maybe unfollow you. But like the clear unfollow is just...
It's fishy, and we want to know what led to it.
Fishy.
But we don't know.
Just like that comment on my Instagram post. So that has transpired in the last 24 hours. One thing I wanted to note, and I know I keep going on this PR rant, I just like, that's just where my marketing brain goes, and I don't want that to be true, but I also thought it was very interesting that this second game, reports came out that she was planning on going to the game like 3 days before. Therefore, ticket sales spiked.
Right. Jerseys spiked.
All these things spiked because she leaked, quote unquote, that she was going on Thursday when the game was on Sunday.
I will say this, like, to me, I feel like the NFL and Travis Kelce are benefiting so much more from her presence than she's benefiting from theirs.
Yes.
Right? Because truthfully, I can see all their perspective. I don't see much from Taylor Swift's side, like besides getting a couple of free commercials for her new movie coming out. What else is she getting? Maybe like a genuine interest in Travis Kelce?
Yeah, either that, which could very much be the case, or like, this is what I said last week, and I still think it could be true. I think she could be doing, okay, two things. One, collateral damage from dating Maddie Hailee and her fans being very upset with her dating choices. She's known from the beginning all of the Swifties really want this to happen. Like, everyone is so shipping this, me included. I'm going to just double down. And I think she could be giving the fans what they want because they were so mad at her for Maddie Hailee. She's that dedicated
to the fans?
She could be.
Oh my God.
I think she is. I mean, when they hated Maddie Hailee that badly, she broke up with him like a couple weeks later. Like, it didn't last very long.
Yeah.
And especially amidst her Eras tour and the movie coming out, like, I think she's in a let me appease the fans phase, as well as it's Travis Kelce. Like, he's hot. Like, let me just date him.
Yeah.
A. B, there is a conspiracy theory that is not mine, but I think is interesting. Before all this came out, before she ever went to the first game, she was spotted at dinner with Sophie Turner. Okay? They went to dinner together.
Okay.
I think there were some people in the restaurant that saw them talking, obviously didn't hear them, but saw them from like far away, and it seemed very intense. And Sophie's going through this divorce with Joe. And Sophie and Taylor are really good friends. And there's speculation that...
Because and Taylor's Joe's ex as well.
Yeah. But they're like really good friends, her and Sophie now.
Okay.
There's speculation that Taylor could have said at this dinner, like, is there anything I can do to help? Because their divorce is getting very, very messy. Custody battles, court documents, all this stuff is happening. That Taylor said to Sophie, what can I do to help? And Sophie said something along the lines of, just get the attention off of my divorce. I can't handle this. So Taylor Swift says, I know what to do. I go to a Chiefs game and no one will be talking about you for the next 2 months.
Honestly? That's a hell of a theory.
Yeah.
But it actually makes a lot of sense to me in my head.
Who was at the game last night with Taylor? Sophie Turner. She was at the game.
Oh, was she?
She was there too.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The devil works hard, but Taylor Swift works harder.
Way harder.
Oh my God.
So that is just a conspiracy, but it is one that makes perfect sense in my head.
Yeah.
Because again, I love Taylor, but everything she does, like even just with her album drops, are very, she knows what
calculated.
She's doing ahead of time. I feel like calculated has such a like negative connotation. But it's like she calculates what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And she knows what she's doing.
In a very like smart way, in an intelligent way.
A marketing genius type of way.
Right.
So what is she benefiting from it? A, dating Travis Kelce. B, appeasing the fans. C, saving her friend Sophie Turner from like all this
public
heartbreak.
Humiliation.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm sure there's honestly, from how much has happened from last week to this week, there's probably going to be so much more rolling into this next episode we do too. So I'm just excited to see.
I saw a TikTok today, and it was a girl that was like, okay, we'll know next week if Taylor and Travis are dating for sure, because the next game the Chiefs play is in Minnesota, and she's not going to Minnesota.
She's not just going to Minnesota.
Unless she's in love.
Yeah. We'll see if she's heading to Minnesota.
Week.
New man on the Minnesota. Oh, he's not on the Vikings. Damn it, it doesn't work. It doesn't work with this one.
Don't bring Lizzo into this. She's
oh my God, is she canceled?
I think so.
Oh,
I think Lizzo. So, at least for now.
For now, yeah, until we hear otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay.
She just needs to call up Taylor Swift and help her get out of it.
Oh, man. Okay. All right. Well, we have an update. We're moving on from the Taylor Swift story, but we will bring you all the breaking news when we hear it. We're going to move on from it, though, and bring you an update on a couple that we have been talking about forever now. But it's just a quick little update.
Yeah.
Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann she's a Real Housewife of Atlanta. He's a former Atlanta Falcons player. They have been going through a nasty divorce, like just so messy.
Toxic.
Yeah, horrible. And like, that is what married couples, I feel like, say the most, is that you argue about is money.
Yeah.
And this has been nothing short of that. Like, it's just been nonstop arguing about money.
Yeah.
And I feel like sex and like their house and like gambling.
Under the sun.
Yeah, it's just been horrible. But basically, if you don't know what's going on with that, just like literally look up the names and you'll see.
Yeah.
You can get a quicker recap than I can tell you. But now, update with them is that, you know, we last said that they wanted to reconcile, or that's what Kim was saying. But Kroy filed again because he's like, no, what is this crazy bitch saying? And so Kim Zolciak is now saying she wanted to throw out this second filing that Kroy did because the two are still banging. Like, they're still hooking up consistently. Yes. Which I don't know, legal jargon, how like much that really stands its ground. Like, oh, we're still fucking. But Like, can you be like, oh, we're still fucking, but I don't want to divorce
legally,
you?
I think she can make that claim, but I don't think legally, like, if one person wants to get divorced and they file for divorce, then they're getting divorced. I mean, all she has to do is sign the paper or not.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, legally, you can't. This is why it's so messy, is because clearly she wants to stay in the marriage and he doesn't, because after she said she wants to drop the second filing, she has been seen walking around with her wedding ring on, still in their house. Like, he very much wants to get divorced.
Yeah.
He's doubled down on that. He said, no, we're still getting divorced. Right. She said, but we're banging. Right. Buddy.
I just want to know, like, where the disconnect is here, because what you were saying, how she's been stepping out with her wedding ring. Yeah. He has been stepping out without his wedding ring, and he has recently, like, dyed his hair darker, unless it's, like, that's his natural color.
No, he dyed it.
But he has dyed dark hair now and a beard, which is, like, kind of like, you know, like a typical girl move. Like, if you go through a breakup, like, you dye your hair a different color.
So many times.
He has dyed his hair. Yeah. So, you know, mentally, Kroy is fucking done.
He's done.
He wants out.
He needs to get out.
Which I don't blame that guy.
No.
This has been, like, honestly so insane. And there's nothing else on it right now. It's just Kim says, no, I still want to be married to him because we're still banging. Yeah. And he's like, no, please. Leave me alone.
Well, then maybe he should stop banging her.
Or do you think he is? Do you think he is banging her?
Yes.
Or do you think she's lying?
No, I think they're banging. I mean, a man's still got to eat.
Kroy. Come sit over here.
If you take a seat.
Take a seat, Kroy. We got to work through those issues, Kroy.
No. He definitely wants to get divorced still, but I think if he just stops banging, he might get that signature.
He might get the signature. Yeah.
They're just tiring. They're exhausting.
I'm exhausted.
So
need more of this Diet Coke in my system.
I need to just move on. So, okay, next story. Hailee Cavinder of the Cavinder twins. Are you familiar?
I am.
If you're not familiar, the Cavinder twins are, like, famous TikTok stars who got famous because they're, like, really pretty twin girls who play college basketball. First at, I think it was somewhere in California, whose name I already forgot, and then they transferred to Miami, and they're just, like, TikTok girls, graduated, are now influencers. Hailee Cavinder of the Cavinder twins is now dating Jake Ferguson, who is a Cowboys player.
Ooh, good for you, girl.
Good for you. And I knew this because I saw her make a Get Ready With Me of, like, get ready with me to come see Bay at a game, and I had to know who she was talking about. Yeah. Because previously she had mentioned on her podcast with her sister that she was dating an athlete, but they wouldn't say who. So I watched the whole TikTok, and turns out it was this Jake Ferguson guy.
Is he cute? I've never seen him.
He's cute. Yeah, I mean, he's an NFL player, so it kind of, like, cancels each other out now.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's see. Jake Ferguson.
He's a big boy.
Okay.
Okay, if he approached you, I know, but if he approached you at a bar and said, hey, I'm Jake Ferguson, I play whatever for the Cowboys, do you want to go out with me? There's no way you're saying no.
If he had a hat on. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, see? Yeah.
It's always the hairline that gets me, man.
It's for you.
It's
for you, and I get it, but I look past it sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not my favorite thing, but I can look past it.
Yeah. I love that about you.
Thank you.
You're so forgiving.
I'm forgiving and not shallow at all.
Oh, not her low-key calling me shallow. Ruh-roh.
Sorry.
It's a Monday afternoon and here we are. No, it's fine. Next
question. Ferguson himself commented on their relationship when she posted on an Instagram wearing his jersey, and he commented saying, golly, how about him? And a heart eyes emoji, which I honestly don't know how to even translate.
Did you hear me just gag?
Yeah, I did.
Golly, how about him?
Let me say it again. Golly, how about him?
That's exactly what he
said
it. Oh, no. Well, I love the corniness for them.
I love it for them.
They might be into it.
I'm honestly, like, I'm not necessarily, like, a fan of either. Like, not like a not fan, but I just, like,
don't really know them. Yeah.
But I think it's just a fun little pairing.
Fun little tidbit. If you're into them, now you know.
Yeah, and okay, so that brings us to so that was our second NFL couple. Let me talk about a third. Why not?
Let's triple down.
We talked about was it last week?
Yes.
Okay, well, they're back again. Hailee Steinfeld which this is my actually favorite NFL couple. Hailee Steinfeld was shopping this weekend with Josh Allen's mom for some Buffalo Bills gear.
That's really cute.
Isn't that adorable?
I just had a question, though. Does Hailee frequent East Aurora, New York? Or where is she, like, residing?
I'm unsure where Hailee Steinfeld resides.
Is she flying out to New York every single week to see this man? Which would lead me to believe they're, like, fully serious.
I don't know. We can maybe look it up. I know her family lives in California. I know that because I have a loose tie to Hailee Steinfeld.
Here we go.
I don't want to talk about it. It doesn't seem like you want to talk about it.
Wasn't it like a softball game?
No, we were in what is it called? NCL together, which is National Charity League, where you volunteer your time with your mother. And she was my sponsor to get into the program. But I never got to meet her because she had just left to become an actress the day I got in. So.
Oh my gosh. So she definitely has an $8 million mansion in Encino in Thousand Oaks, California. That's where her family lives. Yeah, so she's flying out. So the pair, Hailee Steinfeld and Josh Allen's mom, went to Leveled Up Buffalo, which is a store in East Aurora, New York, over the weekend to buy some like game day gear for the Bills. So cute.
I'm thinking this be serious.
How like supportive, like girlfriend of her.
And isn't it interesting that this couple is not getting the same attention? Like, and I know Taylor Swift is a whole nother level. Yeah. So I know it's not really comparable, but it's interesting that they are very low key.
They've gotten like no news about it.
I know. It's kind of interesting. Either they're doing that on purpose or people just don't care.
Yeah, they probably just don't care. But every time I do see him playing, I do think of Hailee Steinfeld now.
Yeah, I like them together.
Yeah,
it's my favorite couple.
I do too. Speaking of another rumored couple, moving on from current NFL to now well, I guess Kroy isn't a current. Anyways, sorry. Yes. Tom Brady and Kim Kardashian. There's been speculation of the pair dating or hanging out or whatever in the past. But this past weekend on Saturday, both Tom Brady and Kim Kardashian reunited at Jay-Z and Meek Mill's VIP blackjack party in Atlantic City, New Jersey on Saturday night.
Here's what I want to know. Mm-hmm. Where was my invite to the Meek Mill and Jay-Z's party?
Well, I'll tell you why. You want to hear this?
Yeah, I do.
So in order to like even play one game at this blackjack party, there's a $100,000 buy-in.
Okay.
To sit at the table.
I appreciate the non-invite. Thank you very much, Meek Mill and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, it's freaking crazy.
Isn't it crazy what celebrities do for fun? Like they would spend $100,000 to go to a party.
To sit on a chair at a table.
If I had to go to a birthday party and bring a gift, I'm like, whoa.
I know.
It's too expensive.
$100,000 is literally like probably like $5 to them.
That is insane.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. But so anyway, at this blackjack party in Atlantic City, Tom and Kim apparently got into a flirty little fun predicament. Oh. So along with it being a blackjack party, there was also like, what's it called? Where they're like both like bidding on art pieces. There's an auction going on, yes. So there's like a bunch of like art pieces and different like old valuable stuff going around, as most celebrities can afford to buy. Wow. And so the starting bid for this painting that they were both going for, it's a George Condo painting. If anyone's familiar with George Condo, I am not.
I am not as well.
The starting bid was $500,000 for this one painting.
Right. So here's the thing about wall art.
It sits there.
It just sits there.
It doesn't do anything.
And if you had a George Condo painting in your home and I walked past it, there is not a single situation in which I would say, look at George Condo.
Look at that. Right. But the thing is, some people are like that. I feel like the more celebrity-esque you are, the more you get into shit like that.
Or you could just tell them it was George Condo when it's really from Hobby Lobby. Like, I'm not understanding the thought process. But yes, I know people are artists and they are into that. And so I'm going to just digress because I don't want to offend any artists out there.
No, but so it's okay. But they were bidding very high on this. And reports are saying that the pair were going back and forth very flirtatiously. And Brady got the bid up to $2 million at this party. And the artist said The artist was apparently there at this party, by the way.
Kondo?
George Kondo was there.
Oh my God.
And he's like, oh, $12 million. And he's like, Kim, I will create you another piece. So I think Tom bought it for $2 million, and Kim was like, yes, I'll take it. So she bought $2 million for another George Kondo piece.
Oh my God, to be George Kondo right now.
Yeah. Who the hell is George Kondo?
Yeah. Is he single? Can we look into this?
Let me look up George Kondo
Bachelor
right
of
now.
the week, George Kondo.
George Kondo.
That is wild.
Oh. Ooh.
Let me see, George. Uh-oh.
George Kondo is 65, for anyone wondering.
Well, you know what?
His art is interesting.
George Kondo has $4 million. I'm going to DM him.
So, yeah, you know what? Way to go, George.
I should call him.
But after this whole bidding war, Kim and Tom caught up in a lengthy conversation, like in the after party. But that was it. At the end of the party, they both went their separate ways. Apparently, Kim went off in her, blacked out Escalade, and Tom stayed there with a bunch of ladies around him.
This is so interesting to me, and I think it's interesting for a lot of reasons. First of all, we've talked about them before, but it just kind of fizzled out.
Yeah.
And I think it's weird how our podcast is kind of full circle with all of these people, because
super weird, right?
we talked about them a while ago. Then we talked about Tom Brady and Irina Shayk, who are allegedly not exclusive. Then we talked about last week Kim and Odell Beckham Jr. And now we're back to talking about Kim and Tom. Do we think people are just taking this out of context, or do we think there's some juice to
I think
it?
there's some ground to stand on with it.
Really?
I think it's a flirty friendship right now.
Okay.
I think they're just flirting because they're both single and hot and rich as fuck. And they're like, why not flirt?
Yeah, rich as fuck. They each bought a $2 million painting from George Kondo.
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of like that theory that they're flirty friends. Do you think they've hooked up before?
No.
I feel like no, because they wouldn't be flirty.
No, I don't think they've hooked up before.
I think they will.
I think they will at some point, but I think they're both. I don't know if I'd like to see that.
No.
Tom's so rigid.
I know.
He's so rigid with that Botox.
I know he is. I wonder if Odell Beckham Jr. and or Irina Shayk were at this party.
Maybe we can look up the guest list at some point.
We should. We should look into it.
But yeah, all right, moving on to someone that is unfortunately feeling not as rich, Michael Oher.
Nice.
Yeah, Michael Oher. His conservatorship has officially been terminated.
Yay,
And
Michael.
if you've been listening to us, quite a few episodes back, we talked about how Michael Oher was going into this big legal battle with the Toohey family. And side note, the family and Michael have a movie surrounding their relationship called The Blind Side.
Heard of it?
Heard of it? Watched it? It's a great movie.
Great
we
flick.
love that flick here.
Yeah.
It is Movie Monday.
You want to watch it?
We should watch it.
I should watch it.
But
Actually, no, it's spooky season. We be watching something spooky.
Yeah, we got to catch up on American Horror Story.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yep.
Speaking of Kim K.
Speaking of Kim, but yeah, so his conservatorship has officially been terminated. A Tennessee judge has ordered the end of his conservatorship between the former NFL player and the Toohey family. So the judge stated she is ending the 2004 conservatorship, but is not dismissing the case in which Oher brought to the court in August, asking the family to provide accounting information for his finances over the years.
Oh my god.
Because he's really sticking to his guns that, hey, I feel like there's unaccounted money here. Like something's not adding up right, and I feel like I'm missing money. And so he's still holding on to that, and there's like a legal battle over that.
I would love to know what he thinks he's missing, because he could be right. I don't know. I'm glad the conservatorship is now dropped. They were very quick to do that. So I think they knew right away, like, we shouldn't be doing this. We shouldn't have done it or whatever. So I'm glad they dropped it right away. The money thing is interesting, though, because I feel like with account documents, like money receipts, whatever you call them, you will be able to easily show if they took money from him or not. Do you know what he's claiming they took from?
I haven't seen any reports claiming like how much money or anything like that, but he's just claiming I would like to see these papers like filing. But I do have an interesting quote from the judge who ended his conservatorship.
Oh, a girl that does her research.
Yeah, so Judge Gomez, who ended the conservatorship, said she had never seen such a conservatorship used for someone who is not disabled, and that it should have been dissolved a long time ago.
Ooh.
And Oher said also in a statement that he found out just this last February that he had no legal familial relations to the Tuohys, meaning he's been thinking his whole pretty much adulthood life, because he signed this thing when he was 18 years old. They presented it to him as an adoption, but it was really a conservatorship, so he had no idea what he was signing.
Yeah.
And so now the judge is saying this, I'm like, damn, actually, that's really fucked up. Like,
that he was like thinking that they were his family
this entire time, and he just found out in February, and he's like, wait, if you lied to me about this, what else have you lied to me about with money? So honestly, I know the timing of it, we're like, ooh, with the book and everything, but now I'm like, actually, that's really messed up.
Yeah.
They were not truthful about a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Maybe they dropped the conservatorship because they saw Britney Spears go through it. They're like, shit, we don't want that. Drop that. But hopefully he looks over the money part. Damn, that does suck. I think the good thing about it, though, is like kind of what I was saying, that they're going to have receipts for it, and they're going to figure it out one way or another, whether they're right or wrong. So
I think the Tuohys, if I'm going to speculate, I think the Tuohys are holding on to a little bit of his money. I do. I know they're rich, and I know they have money. They don't need to do it. I think they were holding on to a little bit of his money.
That's how the rich stay rich.
Yeah, exactly. So I think he's going to get some money back.
That's how the rich buy George Condo paintings.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, move on to this next one because I'm excited for this story.
Okay, yeah. So I need your help with this one a little bit. I know what I'm going to tell you, and then you can just help me fill it in. So the headline is that Tiffany Jeffcoat, who's a famous TikToker, love her, has boobs of a goddess.
I mean, just
ones
massive.
I want, ones I need, ones I will buy one day.
They are pretty nice yitties.
Beautiful.
They're big yitties.
Anyway, look her up. You'll see them. She just had her first ever baby, and she had it with an NBA player named RJ Hampton. So the two of them were dating for a while.
Yes.
The two of them got pregnant. She announced her pregnancy. He commented on the photo, and they have since broken up. I think that was back in maybe February when she posted and announced the pregnancy, and she just had her baby a couple of weeks ago. So there's very little information on what happened between the two of them, but they are broken up. Do you know anything about that?
So I know a little bit more, not a bunch of details, because she is very present on TikTok. She posts a lot, and she kind of hints into her life, but kind of leaves you to like the imagination. I know that her and her baby daddy are broken up. Yeah. And for a while after she gave birth to her son, he was kind of in the picture. But recently, over the past couple of days, I've seen she's been posting and talking about how she's going to have to like raise her son on her own. And like when he's not, when he, talking about her baby daddy, is not who I thought he was. And unfortunately, it is sad, right? And like you bring a kid into the world and you want like this perfect family image, but you know what you're getting yourself into with an NBA player, man.
All the NBA players have the same rep, and I hate generalizing about athletes because I do know there are good ones out there. There's women out there, but there are stereotypes that come from some bit of truth, and a lot of the NBA players do this. What's his name with Mariah Mills? Zion Williamson, Tristan Thompson. Yep. Give me another one. What's
that one's name? That was Scottie Pippen.
Oh, Scottie Pippen.
Like a lot of NBA players.
Yeah, a lot of NBA players are like not faithful.
Yeah.
And aren't present fathers all the time. And so
I'm sorry. And also RJ Hampton, who is the baby daddy. Yeah. I'm gonna look up his age for you. I'm almost positive he's like 22 or 23.
He's 22. I looked it up.
Okay, yeah, he's literally 22 years old.
Which makes it so much worse.
No, that makes it 10 times worse. He's so young. Yeah. And what else is he gonna do? He has a shit ton of cash.
I feel so bad though for people like Tiffany that end up in this situation, because I could only imagine that when you're in a relationship, a committed relationship,
right,
with a professional athlete, any athlete, and they're telling you all these things, and they're telling you that they love you, and they're doing all the right things, why would you not believe them? Like, even though they're an athlete and we know how they are, why would you not believe what they're saying to your face?
Right. You
I'm sure,
you wouldn't. You would believe what they're saying.
And that's why all these girls get into this situation. Like, it's not their fault that they are just believing people's words and probably even actions.
Yeah.
They just flip on a dime because something else comes up, or they make more money or switch teams and create a reason that they can no longer be with you. And I think it's unfortunate, but it just happens all over the place.
Yeah, it does.
But the happy news is that she had a healthy baby boy.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a boy.
It is a boy.
Okay. Do you know the name?
Nope.
Okay.
I unfortunately don't know enough about it. I just like sometimes I'll be scrolling and like she'll pop up.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she's popped up on my TikTok too with the baby, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot she was pregnant. So I wanted to include that story.
Yeah.
But congratulations on the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, our next story kind of ties into a basketball player, but this guy.
This is my favorite.
This guy is freaking funny. So this story is Jimmy Butler's media day look. So the Jimmy Butler.
Tonight will be the
night that I will fall for you. Oh my gosh.
That was
beautiful. I would like to play that back and auto-tune it. So Jimmy Butler, if you don't know him, he is a massive star for the NBA. He plays for the Miami Heat. He showed up to Media Day Monday. So today, he showed up to Media Day rocking an emo look, like full out. He had long straightened hair, and he like straightened his hair, so it's like all like honestly like across his face like this, like something that we've never seen him rock before.
Never seen it before.
He has the painted black nails, and he has piercings on his eyebrows and his lip
and his nose.
Oh my god, and his nose.
Not just one though. He has 3 lip piercings going across his lip. And my favorite part was he was asked about it, and like in the media day conference, and he just said, "This is my emotional state."
Mm-hmm. Literally. I have a quote that said from the New York Post, "I'm feeling this," Butler said, according to the Miami Herald. "I'm very emotional right now. This is my emo state, and I like this. This is me. This is how I've been feeling as of late." Like super matter of fact.
Like same.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler. Like imagine if you like what you wore and how your makeup looked and your hair like all reflected your mental state. It would be different every day.
I'd be scared for what I'd look like.
I would be scared. But I love that he's just so like, this is how I feel today.
It's so fun. Like, I think it makes it fun because I think the thing that I don't personally love about sports is how serious it is all the time. Yeah. And going into the next point I was going to make, Jimmy Butler is known to pull these types of like stunts, like pranks.
I didn't know that about him.
Yeah, so I looked it up, and last season he showed up to Media Day with long bleach dyed dreads and took pictures, and like literally he was never seen with them again.
Yeah.
So
it's a one-time thing.
Yeah,
probably.
I have a feeling, and like I think I saw one of his teammates commented on it about how he likes to keep things like light and fun.
Yeah.
Which I think is so fun because especially in professional sports, it's so serious and everything's always got to be perfect with like the media pictures and this and that. And he's just like having fun with it.
Yeah.
Which I like.
I love that for Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's still talking to Shakira.
Oh my gosh, we haven't heard about that recently.
Haven't heard about that.
Probably not then.
No, probably not. Probably a
Shakira saw that and was like, absolutely not.
Vibe.
not the vibe.
She's not into the emo.
No, she's not. Yeah.
Okay, well that wraps up the stories for today.
Those are some good stories. I like those stories.
They were good stories. So we're going to do a quick little dating history breakdown for you guys. We wanted to steer clear of the NFL because we've simply had enough.
Just too much.
We're heading into baseball postseason, so we want to leave that for later on when we talk about that in the upcoming weeks. And so we wanted to switch gears and take you down the NBA hole for a second.
Oh, God, no. Oh, shit.
You want to go down the hole with me?
I don't know. It sounds scary. Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Okay.
I can't believe you just said it that way.
I meant to say.
Oh, God. The NBA rabbit hole.
Oh, the rabbit hole.
The NBA
hole. Sorry.
All right, let's get into it.
Our victim this week is Blake Griffin.
Ooh.
Of the Brooklyn Nets. Currently.
Side note, Amanda saw him at a club here in Atlanta.
Oh my God, I did, yeah. So I went to 30 in Buckhead, and I was just having a night, had a vodka cranberry in my hand, which Taylor Swift loves, by the way.
Yes, I saw.
And there's like little VIP sections in this bar, and I was walking out of the bathroom because the vodka cran got to me. Went to the bathroom, walked out, bumped into a very, very tall man. I looked straight up. I'm not exaggerating. I had to look up. I barely could see his
crank
face.
of the neck.
Literally, but it was Blake Griffin.
Wow.
Sexy. I don't remember if he apologized, but I'm going to go ahead and say...
say no. Should we give him the benefit of the doubt today?
I'll say yeah. I'll say yeah. So we're going to break him down for you. Okay, so he has an interesting and very famous dating history, actually. So first up, he was linked to Bryn Cameron. They never said when they met, but it was somewhere around 2013 because they welcomed their first child in 2013. So that's where I got that number from.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But she is a former basketball player at USC, and his ex-fiance. They did get engaged.
Oh, wow.
And she's from Newbury Park, California, which is very close to where I'm from.
Okay.
They welcomed their first child, Ford, in 2013, and then had a daughter 3 years later in 2016.
What's her name?
Finley.
I love these names.
I know.
Ford and Finley. That's really cute.
Yeah, and that's super cute.
Mm-hmm.
But they were together from around then until 2017. So in February 2018, she sued him for, what is this word here? Palimony? Do you know that word? Are you familiar?
Is it alimony?
I don't know.
Palimony, like your friend? Hey, I want my palimony. Wait.
I wrote down palimony. Will you look up if that's a word before I go on? Oh my God, how embarrassing.
Oh.
It is a word.
Oh my God.
What does it mean?
Palimony. Palimony is the division of financial assets and real estate property on the termination of personal live-in relationships.
Okay.
So not legally. Wow, I've never heard of money. So literally pal.
No, you know why?
Palimony.
Okay, that's right, because they were engaged, not married. That's where palimony comes in.
We learn something new every day.
Oh my God, it just clicked. Okay, so she sued him for palimony in 2018 after they split in 2017 because she claimed that they had planned on getting married in July 2017, but that Blake surprised her with a prenuptial agreement 1 month before the wedding. So they postponed their nuptials, and Cameron claimed that he immediately embarked on a high-profile affair with none other than Kendall Jenner.
I remember this. I do recall.
Sued him over Kendall Jenner, okay?
Yeah.
But they ended up reaching a custody agreement of their 2 children in August 2018 and settled that lawsuit in 2019.
Okay.
But he did go on to date Miss Kendall Jenner.
Yes, I recall this. When was this? 2017?
2017.
Yeah, so we had just started college. I don't know why. Like, this was like so like all over my feed.
Yeah. Well, it was like a kind of crazy pairing. I think this was her first like high profile boyfriend, maybe. Like this, they were like the it couple.
Yeah.
But I think this is actually a very interesting couple because I'll get into it. So he started dating her very shortly after he split up with Bryn. And Kendall started being spotted at several games courtside. And in September 2017, a source told People magazine that their relationship was, quote, nothing serious because Kendall's work would, quote, soon take over her life again.
Okay.
So per Kendall's side of the story, and we know how the Kardashians are with their PR, it's all like their narrative.
Right.
It was not very serious because her work was going to take over.
Okay.
By October of that year, Kendall was for sure enjoy dating him. Wait, I'm sorry. See, I can't read.
No, it's fine. No, actually, I didn't catch that one.
Okay. By October, Kendall was, quote, for sure enjoying dating him, but they were still taking things slow. And this source said that he, meaning Blake, is super into her. She thinks he's dorky and funny, but also cool and sexy. She thinks he has a certain attractive swagger. They are seeing each other more, and Blake is doing everything in his power to make Kendall his girlfriend, but she is keeping him at an arm's length because she knows how busy he is.
Also, like the fact that he's like a whole ass dad at this point to 2 kids, and Kendall Jenner at this point is like probably 25.
Yeah,
like
not
that.
Even she was like 23.
Yeah, that would be off-putting for sure.
Well, and the fact that he like essentially left his fiance for me.
Yeah, no.
But anyways, in January 2018, Blake was spotted out with a mystery woman in LA because a source told People that him and Kendall had, quote, not officially broken up.
Okay.
So they were kind of like on their way out, and he was started to date other people.
Okay.
Another source told People in February that although they hadn't called it quits, things have definitely cooled off. And after he was traded to the Detroit Pistons from the Clippers, the two were taking things at a slower pace, but not because of any particular drama.
Okay.
So the outlet made it seem like they just kind of fizzled. He got traded from LA to Detroit. They weren't able to see each other. They were never officially dating. There was nothing crazy that happened, but they just kind of slowly stopped seeing each other.
Okay.
And eventually broke up in 2018 for good.
Okay.
So
interesting.
It was honestly, I remember it being a lot longer of a relationship than that. Do you? Or do you remember it being
not really. I remember it being kind of short-lived. I have something in here that I have to include when you're done with his dating history.
Okay.
Because I remember seeing this rumor, but you keep going.
So next, this one actually I never heard about this, but I did when I was doing my research today. He was linked to Madison Beer for a couple of months.
Interesting.
So this is a quote from an insider in July 2019. Quote, Madison went to the house in the Hamptons where Blake was staying this weekend to hang out with him. Madison and Blake were also both at the Surf Lodge in Montauk together and hooked up.
Oh my God, fun! Surf Lodge.
And then they said that it fizzled out quickly.
Okay, so it was probably just like a little hookup, little fling.
But isn't that interesting? Madison Beer.
Yeah, never saw anything about that.
Also interesting, and next up on the list, he then went on to date Francesca Aiello, who is the founder of Frankie's Bikinis.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he moved on to CEO Frankie. They were first seen together leaving Nobu, and then were later spotted kissing on the beach. Griffin and Aiello kept their relationship under wraps. It wasn't public at all.
Okay.
And then he went on to tell ET that he was single in March of 2020, just a year later.
Oh, so they were together for maybe a little bit of time.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of time, but it was never in the media or spoken upon, so we don't really know what happened there. They were just together, and then they weren't as of 2020.
Okay.
And there was a couple other people he was linked to that aren't, there weren't big enough stories for me to dive deep into, but he was linked to people like Kate Upton and other celebrities like that way back in 2012.
Right.
But those were just either dates or flings, nothing crazy. But currently, and as of 2020, he is a single man.
Okay.
A single father of 2.
Okay, so I want to add in there really quickly. This is a rumor, speculation, never been confirmed about Blake Griffin.
Okay.
There is an adult film actress, Lana Rhoades, and she had a baby. I mean, it's a little baby. I want you to look at this baby. It's probably under 2 years old now. Look at this baby.
Yep.
Look at Blake Griffin.
Yes.
It is speculation that Blake Griffin is the baby daddy of Lana Rhoades' baby.
I completely forgot about this story, and I completely think it's his kid.
Yeah, it has never been confirmed. She has never come out and said anything. But if you look up Lana Rhoades' baby and a side-by-side picture of Blake Griffin, that thing looks just like him.
Just like him. So she's gone on a couple podcasts. Now that you bring this up, I remember it's coming back to me. And people are obviously speculating Blake Griffin or Kevin Durant, because she had come out and said it was an NBA player, but she won't say who.
Yeah.
So people were like, okay, it's either Blake Griffin or Kevin Durant. Why did they come up with those names? I'm not sure. But everyone knows that it's Blake Griffin because that baby looks nothing like Kevin Durant.
It looks just like Blake Griffin.
Just like him.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. I completely forgot about that.
So he's the father of 3 now.
3.
Potentially more.
Potentially more.
Yeah, probably more.
And that brings us right back to that NBA situation.
Yeah. Oh
you
my
just
God.
gotta be careful with them out there. But
Yes.
he is single if you're interested.
If you're interested, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we have for our dating history breakdown.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. Moving into another single man.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's take it to a single man. Okay.
Our Bachelor of the Week.
I just want to preface with, this man is taking the media by storm.
Yes, he is.
My TikTok feed is this man and this man only, and that's why he is featured here today.
Yes. So the man that Amanda speaks of is Sam Hartman. He is a quarterback at Notre Dame. And he's an older gentleman for being in college.
That's why I felt okay including him, because I felt weird initially about adding college athletes.
He's 24.
Yeah, he's 24. So I feel like that's not weird of us, right?
No, I don't think
We're
so.
25.
We're literally just a year older than him. We've literally included I feel 22-year-olds, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. But they're
So-
professional athletes, and in my head, professional athletes are
older.
Equate to older.
Yeah.
They're 20 years old.
Yeah, that's true. So Sam Hartman, his hometown is Charlotte, North Carolina. Like we said, quarterback at Notre Dame, and he's still there. Best thing about him is you just need to go look at him right now. Like he is just, you said here that he looks like a walking Calvin Klein ad.
Like any man in any rom-com who is like the man that's like the bad guy, but he's like the better looking guy.
Yeah.
Like he looks kind of...
His hair is perfect. Everywhere on his face is perfect. The beard, the eyebrows, the hair is like perfectly sculpted.
Oh my God.
He's a gorgeous specimen.
Tall, dark, and handsome.
Yeah.
I love everything about it.
Yes.
I do wonder how he is a college senior at 24, though.
I don't know.
That's like excessively old to be a college senior. And I know people nowadays have COVID year and they can be a red shirt for a year, but does that make you like 24?
And maybe he had an injury year.
Maybe. Can you get 3 years like that?
I wonder if you can get 1 or 2 injury years. I don't know the rules.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Somehow he got it. Yeah. If you guys want to go look at him while we're talking about him, his Instagram handle is @Sam_Hartman, HARTMAN 10. Amanda said his red flag, and I agree, is that he's still in college.
And you know how these college boys be acting.
Yeah, no.
They might even be worse than the professionals.
And he's probably acting a damn fool right now that he's blowing up on social media.
Oh my God. Well, that brings me to my other red flag, because I had 2. So A, that he's still in college. B, that if you look at his Instagram and you look past his great, stunning looks, he is very big into NIL. And so he posts a lot of like Dove campaigns and like he's big into like... I think people have taken notice to his hair because he has a lot of shampoo ads and things like that. So, like, you have to be okay with him being like, hey, babe, like, I gotta go take my Dove campaign shoot in the shower really quick.
Yeah.
We can move that into the green flag if you're into it, but
yeah,
he is a specimen.
Oh, yeah.
And he's too good looking to be that good at football. Like, he's really good.
He's very good as well. I watched him play on Saturday night. He did pretty good.
We're looking at a future NFL star here, so you might want to get in on it early.
Get in on it quick, ladies.
But not too early. You got to find the sweet spot between, like, now and the NFL because, you know, quarterbacks get locked down quick.
They do. They do. So, overall score, we're giving him an 8.2. And we're obviously starting him, just like Notre Dame is. Also, I wanted to show Amanda this video really quickly. If you have not seen the viral TikTok video of Sam Hartman, please just type in Sam Hartman calling sideline plays or something. I want you to look at the fake call that he just does.
Oh God.
Press the play.
I'm going to press play. Oh my God. And there he is. And that will be featured in my dream tonight.
He's pretending to like give a Gluck Gluck 9000. And it's really funny. But yeah.
Okay, that might be my red flag though. Like,
that he's pretending to give a Gluck Gluck.
Grow up, Sam.
Grow up, Sam. You're 24 and in college still.
Okay. So our next segment, we brought it to you last week where we're back to bring it to you again. We're going to bring you a story time from our days as bench players.
Yay! This is honestly my favorite segment.
Yeah, this is my new favorite segment. And we started off strong with the disrespect. The disrespect of the spring break starve.
Yeah.
So we want to bring you something a little bit lighter
a little
today.
funny, a little ha-ha.
This is when me and Bucky knew we were going to be lifelong friends. Is this
this exact moment?
Yeah.
Was this junior year or senior year?
It was junior year.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Junior year. Let's paint the picture. It was junior year. Okay, the two of us were well on into our way of being bench riders. We'd done it for 3 years. We were not scared little freshmen anymore.
No, we weren't.
If we broke the rules, we didn't care.
We didn't care.
We were in beautiful, sunny, gorgeous Auburn, Alabama. Sorry.
No one's ever said. I mean, maybe if you like Auburn, you've said that before.
It's a cool city.
It's cool,
but it's Alabama.
It's Alabama.
But we were there. We were playing Auburn, so this is like one of our bigger games.
This is pretty cool. Like we were on Auburn's field.
Yeah.
Like
we were sitting, but our team was playing.
We were sitting on Auburn's benches.
Yeah. They gave us more drink and snack than our own dugout ever gave us, but I digress.
The Gatorade was popping.
It was popping. I think it was blue that weekend.
I think it was.
Anyway, so help me out. Were we warming up?
Yes, we were warming up. So we were in Auburn's batting cages.
Because bench riders contrary to popular belief, also do warm up.
We do.
I mean, do nothing later, but we do warm up.
We do warm up our bodies.
Yes.
And Amanda and I were at the far batting cage, like in the back. So there's like probably 3 rows of batting cages. One towards closest to the field, one in the middle, and one in the back.
From the most important player to least
important
player.
And we're in the back. And so this batting cage in the back was next to like a storage closet. Mm-hmm. And it was like cracked a little bit. And I mean, everyone was fucking dialed in, but me and Amanda Schwartz, like, we were focused on this cracked open storage closet.
We were feeling Snoopy.
Like, what is in there? So I don't remember how or
I think
why.
one of us, and I can't remember, it could have been either of us. One of us said, should we go in there? And the other one said,
yes.
We're going in. So we snuck away from the tees for a second because no one was paying attention to us.
No one cared.
And we opened this door, and what do they have but merch galore?
Auburn merch everywhere.
Auburn softball merch everywhere you look.
Yeah.
And you want to know something about our softball program? We didn't get any merch in all 4 years. We got nothing besides our uniforms and practice shirts that we had to give back, by the way.
Dude,
the practice shirts.
I can't. We'll get into that another time because that's like a whole nother can of worms.
Okay. Well, so we were feeling deprived.
Yeah, we were feeling deprived, and we were having some sticky fingers.
Yeah.
And I saw a box, and I remember I was like, Amanda, we have to take a shirt as a memento of our time. When are we ever going to be playing Auburn on their field again?
Well, we actually did it twice. So we came back the next year and did it again. But that's okay.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, my God. Well, we decided we were going to live in the moment. And so we took 2 Auburn shirts.
Yes, we did.
And we kept those shirts forever.
She has it. She
literally
still have
put
it on the other day. And I was like, we need to wear this on the podcast. You should have worn it today.
I should have.
Dude. Wear it next week.
I will. I'll wear it in honor of it.
I mean, it's not the cutest of shirts, but it's just a shirt that commemorates us being on a team.
Yeah.
Not even our own team.
Not even our own team. The team we got absolutely slapped by, but we wore it with pride.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually really sad now. But honestly, that's probably one of my favorite memories from going somewhere and playing is stealing their shit.
If we can't play, we're gonna take your things, and that's how we do.
That's how we do.
Okay. So our last segment of the day is Impress Your Boyfriend segment, and this is my favorite segment for the girls that have boyfriends. And if you don't have a boyfriend, I hope you're taking notes of all of these facts for the day that you do.
And he will just be blown away.
You might scare him away with all the facts that you have. Okay, so MLB playoff season is upon us, Bucky.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And the Braves are going. Go Braves.
Go Braves.
And you know what else is upon us?
What?
College football.
Yay.
And so I have a fact for us today.
Sorry, I was trying.
The most genuine yay I've ever heard.
I actually didn't even. I really was trying.
Let me try again. College football.
Oh, you have to say it's back.
It's back.
I'm not gonna say yay. Just you say college football.
Okay. Take 3. College football is back.
Yay!
Okay, so MLB playoffs and college football are back, baby. And so I have a fact for you that combines the two for your boyfriend, because we know he's watching both.
Yes. I'm going to cuddle up for this one.
Cuddle up. Get comfy. We talked about last week, head coach of Colorado football, Deion Sanders.
Yeah,
okay?
Familiar.
You're familiar?
Yes.
I'm familiar. Glasses Gate, we're familiar. Okay. He is, Deion Sanders, he can get away with wearing sunglasses to a press conference because he is the only person to ever have played in a Super Bowl and a World Series. He has played in both.
Only person ever?
Yes.
Wow.
Now, he hasn't won a World Series. He's only played in it, but he's played in that and has won 2 Super Bowls. And I'm now regretting that I wrote down Super Bowl XXIX and XXX because I don't know what those translate to. But he
XXXI.
But he has rings in Super Bowl XXIX and XXX.
Okay.
As a cornerback with the San Francisco 49ers and with the Dallas Cowboys. and then competed for the World Series with the Braves in 1992.
Wait, that's actually really cool. This is a fun fact.
Yeah,
I
it is
didn't
a
know
fun
that.
fact. So he is the only person to ever do both. So next time you're sitting down with your boyfriend watching Colorado or the Braves, bring it up.
Hey, did you know Deion Sanders played in a World Series and a Super Bowl?
And the only person to ever do it.
Wow, good fact.
Isn't that a good fact?
Good job.
Yeah, no, I was excited
more
about
like
that.
that. Yeah,
it's
that's good.
niche. It's exciting. It's impressive. He's
It's
showing
current
off.
events.
He's showing off.
Yeah, he
if you
is.
ask me.
Yes.
And that's it. And that's our episode.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for riding. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Yay.
No.